I played NBA 2K26 a whole day early, and it is safe to say I have found the best 6'8 demigod on NBA 2K26. This build can do everything, starting off by finishing at the rim and getting contact dunks, shoot very consistently, and even hit smother shots. And obviously we can dribble. Just look at how fast I'm moving. And lastly, it wouldn't be a demigod build if we couldn't play defense. And not only will I be showing you guys my 6'8 demigod, but I'll also be giving you guys the best jump shot and animations to use day one of the game. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Let's aim for 1,000 likes and hit that subscribe button because 90% of people who watch the channel are not subscribed. But with all that said, let me go ahead and show you guys my 6'8 all-around demigod. All right, y'all, we're obviously going to start out in the 2K26 myplayer builder. Obviously, when you get into the builder, you'll see this screen right here. Just click on an empty slot and then you'll see this screen. And then on this screen, you can choose from a create your own template, pro toon builds, or NBA builds. But obviously, we're going to go ahead and create our own build. So make sure you click the create your own template. Make sure you don't use any of the pro toon builds or the NBA builds, because if you want my exact version of the build, you're going to have to go ahead and use this. Or if you want to use my build as a template, go ahead and do that. I definitely just recommend creating your own build. And then after that, all you're going to do is just fill out the first name, last name, handedness of your build. I go right, but in the comment section, let me know what hand you go. And then for the jersey number, it obviously doesn't matter. This doesn't affect your build too much. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that for the create your own template. And now after that, we just have to choose the height, weight, and wingspan of our build. Now for the height, we're obviously going to go 6'8" because this is a 6'8 demigod. You can go 6'9", but like I don't really recommend it because you lose that 75 speed of ball, and we need that for the dribble moves. So make sure you guys go 6'8" for the height. Nothing too much on that. And then for the weight of this build, you could change this up a lot. I'm not gonna lie. You can do whatever you guys want to. I went 245 pounds because I want to stay in the median. But if you want to go minimum weight, you guys can go minimum weight. If you want to go a little heavier, you guys can go a little heavier. But one thing I'm gonna say is speed does matter a lot in this game, and from what I played from day one. So I would make sure at least have an 85 speed. So I'm gonna keep my weight at 245 pounds. Now for the wingspan of this build, we're gonna have a pretty long wingspan of this build. The max wingspan we can go is 7'2", but we're not gonna go 7'2" because we want that 83 3-point rating. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go 7'1" for the wingspan, and you guys see we get an 83 3-point rating. That's honestly the main reason we went 7'1" wingspan. All the other stats pretty much stay the same. Obviously the steal and block go higher. If you want a higher block and steal, you guys can go ahead and do that. But me, I want that 83 3-point rating for that bronze limitless range. And you guys see how I was shooting in the intro clips. I was going crazy with this 83 3-point rating, especially with the pure green window in 2K26. So that's why I went at 7'1" wingspan. So I'm gonna keep mine at a 7'1". And then after that, that's pretty much it for the custom template of your build. If you copy my exact version, go position power forward, height 6'8", weight 245 pounds, and a wingspan of a 7'1". Now after that, we're gonna go over the most important part about this build, and obviously why you guys are here, which is the attributes of this build. This build can do literally everything, and I mean it. So we're gonna start off with the finishing category, and the first thing we're gonna go in and edit is put our driving dunk all the way up to an 87. We're gonna go 87 driving dunk so we can get silver posterizer and 1 pro contact dunk animation. And as you guys see right now, we have bronze posterizer on our build because we need to actually upgrade our vertical to a 75. So what I need you guys to do is also upgrade your vertical to a 75, and boom, you guys see right there we have silver posterizer. And you guys can see right here you get that 1 pro contact dunk off too with that 87 driving dunk and 75 vertical. So make sure you guys do that for the driving dunk and then the vertical. And then after that, for your finishing category, that's pretty much it. Make sure you keep your standing dunk at a 47. You can't lower it because the other stats get lowered, so I would just keep it at a 47. And you want that 47 standing dunk because you're gonna get those 2 standing dunk packages, and those are really glitchy. Literally right when you get on the rim, you can press X and you're gonna get a standing dunk. They're literally glitchy every single year, so I definitely recommend you keep this at a 47. And you can't even go any lower because you'll lose the 87 driving dunk. So keep this at a 47. And then after that, that's pretty much it for the finishing stats. I didn't touch the close shot or the layup at all. I really just mainly focus on getting the contact dunk animation and the standing dunks and the silver posterizer. But now let's go to move into the next category, which is the shooting category. Now all I did for my shooting category was literally upgrade my 3-pointer all the way up to an 83, like I mentioned before. That's why we went the 7'1" wingspan, and I didn't touch my mid-range at all. Now there's a way you can actually get higher mid-range on this build if you don't go a lot of rebounding. Obviously that's your personal preference. I didn't want the mid-range. I don't shoot middies a lot. I don't really shoot fading middies. I don't really shoot middies at all. So if you guys want midi, you can edit this build up how you want to, but me, I kept it at a 73. And then for the 3-pointer, obviously 83 for that limitless range on bronze, and then we get those bronze shooting badges. Now one thing I want to mention is you can also use your max +2s on set shot specialist, and you can actually get that badge up to, I think, Hall of Fame if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys keep this exact if you want my version of the build. Obviously if you want higher mid-range, you can go that, but you're going to have to lose some stats somewhere else. So go ahead and choose what you want to, but for me, this is what I did for shooting: 83 3-pointer and 73 mid-range. And then for the free throw, I'll actually come back to this later. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and go over the playmaking category. Now this is a little bit specific, I'm not gonna lie, because you can actually specialize in playmaking if you want to, and also get lightning launch on Hall of Fame, or you guys can use a max +2 and get it on Hall of Fame as well. But starting off with the ball handling, we're gonna put this all the way up to an 85 ball handling. I like the 85 ball handling handling. You can go 86 if you guys actually want silver ankle assassin. But playing the game on day one, I noticed that I get a lot of ankle breakers regardless of my ankle assassin level. I just have it at bronze, and that's fine with me. And 85 ball handling unlocks us all the good dribble moves as well. And then for the speed with ball, we're gonna actually put this all the way up to a 75. Make sure this stays on a 75 because you want the silver lightning launch. And also the best dribble style in this game is Zach LaVine for the 6'8 guards. So you want to make sure you guys go and have that 75 speed with ball. Make sure it does not go any lower than a 75. And then lastly, for the pass accuracy, I see a lot of people not going high pass accuracy on their builds. I actually went high pass accuracy and I actually went to a 76. Now it's not too high, but it's pretty decent. A lot of people go 71, which I think is low-key crazy. I went 76 pass accuracy. You guys see we have silver versatile visionary, and if you drop it to a 75 pass accuracy, you actually lose that. So keep it at a 76 for the silver, and then you obviously get silver break starter and silver dimer. So this is what I did for the playmaking category. I really wouldn't change this too much. The only thing I would actually change if you want to is the pass accuracy. If you want higher, go higher. If you want lower, go lower. And if you guys want to specialize in it, you guys can. Obviously you can choose what you want to on the specialization. You can either go shooting, you can go playmaking, whatever you guys want to, but keep this playmaking category the same. But now it is actually time for my favorite part about this build, which is the defense. And I'm telling y'all see a lot of builds that don't have defense. A lot of YouTubers post builds that don't have defense, but this build has defense. It's all around. And first we're going to start off with the interior defense, and we're going to actually put it all the way up to a 79. I tried to get it to 80, but I really couldn't because like the builder didn't allow for it. But a 79 interior defense is more than enough. You have your hands up, I promise you, you're going to get stops. And then for the perimeter defense, we're actually going to put this all the way up to an 85 perimeter defense. Yes, 85, so that you can guard almost any position really. 85 perimeter defense is really high. We'll get silver defensive badges once we upgrade our physicals. You guys will see later. So yeah, 85 perimeter defense, 79 interior. And then for the steal, I also went a 79 steal. Now if you want to get a like an 85 steal, you guys can for the gold glove, or the gold interceptor, sorry, but I really don't recommend it because it's going to use too many attributes on your build. So keep this at a 79. And then after that, we're going to move on to our block, and we're going to put this all the way up to an 84. Yes, an 84 block. This is because we want that paint patroller on silver, as you guys see right there, and we get high flying denying on silver as well. Like I said, this build has a lot of defense. Interior defense of a 79, so we get silver paint patroller, 85 perimeter defense for the silver perimeter badges. Obviously once we upgrade our physicals, that'll be there. And then we get a 79 steal for the silver steal badges, and then we also get an 84 block. You're going to be getting blocks on this build. You saw from the intro I was getting blocks, so yeah, we're going to play some really good defense on this build. And then now it is time for the rebounding of this build. Now for the offensive rebound, I went 85 because offensive rebound is a very cheap stat, so you might as well put your offensive rebound to an 85. And for the defensive rebound, I actually went to an 85 defensive rebound. Now I wanted a high rating when it came to rebounding so that I could rebound on the 2s and the 3s. So yeah, we get 85 rebounding on this build. It's really good. We're gonna jump up high for rebounds. You're obviously gonna get rebounds with positioning, all that boxing out. Now for the physicals of this build, I went to an 85 speed because speed is super important. You want to run fast when it comes to like moving off ball on the court and stuff like that. So yeah, 85 speed. I just maxed out my speed 85. Not much to say to that. Now for my agility, I put this all the way up to a 76. Now it's not too high, but it's decent. It's all around build. You're gonna have to sacrifice something somewhere, but a 76 agility gives us that silver on ball menace, silver pick dodger, silver slippery off ball. And then for the strength, I just went 60 strength so that I can get physical finisher on bronze and strong handle on bronze. And then for the vertical, I kept it at a 75. I didn't go higher. You could if you want to go higher to jump higher for the rebounds. Vertical matters when it comes to rebounds, but I don't want to sacrifice anything else on the build. I really don't think there's no point to go higher than a 75. So yeah, this is why I did for the physicals of this build: 85 speed, 76 agility, 60 strength, and a 75 vertical. And then after that, your build is pretty much complete. Obviously it says 98 out of 99 overall, so I just put the rest on my free throw because I'll be playing rec and pro-am, and obviously that might be a little overkill. If you guys don't play rec and pro-am, don't upgrade it. You can upgrade your rebounding, upgrade whatever you want to, but I just put mine on my free throw to 91 because I do play 5v5 game modes. But after that, that's pretty much it for my version of the build. This is my build right here. These are the full complete stats. And now I want to go over the takeover. For the takeover, I just use the finisher takeover because the dunk meter is actually pretty decent from what I saw on day one. So yeah, I just use the finisher takeover, and that's pretty much the only takeover you can really get on this build just because it's all around. So that's the takeover I would use. I would use the finisher takeover, which is the poster machine ability. But then after that, it's now time for me to show you guys the shades and the build name of this build. You guys see we get shades of Sean Marion, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, and the name we get is a two-way stretch slasher, which is honestly a really good build name. And then on the right side, you guys see our go-to badges, our top attributes, and then the strengths and weaknesses. Now I don't know why it says our strength is fearless at the rim, but then we have a weakness that says lacks power at the rim. That doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, these are our strengths and weaknesses on our build. Honestly, it's just really about the way you play. And you guys see I was moving crazy on day one of the game. So yeah, this is the build that I made, my 6'8 demigod for day one of the game. But now, as promised, it's time for me to show you you guys the animations on this build and obviously the jump shot. First, we're going to go over the animations. I'm not going to go over every single one, so you guys can screenshot this right here. These are all the animations I use on this build. Now, look, I've only played the game for 1 day, so like, I don't know if these are the complete best dribble moves, but I know this dribble style Zach LaVine is really good and the signature size up is really good. I'm still labbing the dribble moves, but this is what I would use if I was just to make this build off the rip and you guys want some animations to go and use. So use these animations right here. Go and screenshot it. These are all the scoring moves as well right here, you guys can see. And then after that, this is the jump shot I'm going to be using on this build. As you guys saw in the intro, this jump shot is actually really nice. Base Tobias Harris, release 1 Ben Shepherd, release 2 Darian Sharp, and then for release time I just keep it on push, and then the release speed, this is personal preference. I like fast jump shots, so I'm gonna keep going full speed. And then for the animation blending, I just kept it at 40% Ben Shepherd, 60% Darian Sharp. Now that's pretty much it for my day 1 build breakdown. You guys saw I have a pretty decent all-around type of build that can literally do everything. So if you guys did find this video helpful, make sure you guys go and drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you guys want to see another ISO build, specifically a 6'6" ISO build with a higher 3-pointer, go ahead and click this video on your screen. I'll see you guys over there, and I love you guys. Peace.